Hey guys, so I just finished Metal Gear Solid 5 and whoa, that ending. Wow, well, the first time I saw that ending I hated it so damn much. I thought it was worse than the Mass Effect 3 ending, which is saying a lot because that ending really sucked. But now that a week's gone by, the ending has grown on me a bit. I still don't think it's great, but I don't think it's as bad as it was. So I thought I'd just share what I think's good and bad about the Metal Gear Solid 5 ending. Okay, so let's look at the good stuff. We, the player, become Big Boss ourselves, which in a way is pretty awesome. I guess it's a way of Hideo Kojima saying, thanks to the player, look, you're Big Boss. You completed this mission, you're awesome, go you. And also, it fills a little bit of a plot hole from Metal Gear 1 to Metal Gear 2, where Big Boss just miraculously comes back, despite taking a rocket launcher to the face from Solid Snake. So obviously, the Big Boss in Metal Gear 1 was the character you were playing as in Metal Gear Solid 5, Venom Snake, and then the real Big Boss is in Metal Gear 2 in Zanzibar Land. So it fills that whole plot hole, that's great. And when you stand back and look at the whole plot now from the games, you can clearly tell the events from Metal Gear Solid 3 to 5 and then up to the Metal Gears. The whole story now feels a bit more connected, which is great. But my main problem with this ending is it really diminishes Big Boss's legacy. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, you basically are a medic, voiced by Kiefer Sutherland, and Big Boss might say that you're his best man, or you were the best man during the events of Peace Walker up to Ground Zeroes, but at the end of the day you're a medic. And Big Boss, this is the man who did Operation Snake Eater and took out the Cobra unit by himself pretty much, and started his own base pretty much with just him and Master Miller. And then suddenly this random medic comes along, who's been in a coma for 9 years, gets a bit of hypnosis and some plastic surgery, and suddenly he's the next Big Boss. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, because previously we've known that Big Boss is the greatest soldier ever, apart from the boss, obviously, but she was an exception. And the only people who could really stand up to him were his clones, and even then they were much younger than he was way past his prime at that point. So the fact that a random medic has just came along and is suddenly almost at the same skill level as the legendary Big Boss is a bit of a slap in the face to his legacy, which is my main problem with the ending. Another problem is, we know Big Boss goes up to start up basically Outer Heaven, or the second Outer Heaven, which he starts in Zanzibar Land, and he's probably up to much more interesting stuff than we are as Venom Snake. We really thought this would be the game that would sort of connect all the Metal Gears together, and you'd find out what really drove Big Boss over the edge. And this plot has really taken away from that, because basically we've been playing as an imposter. So yeah, it really feels like we got the B-side story, and Big Boss is up to the main plot that we don't even get to play. And now that Konami have stopped making big console games, we now never get to find out what truly drove Big Boss to the edge. Maybe he didn't go over the edge. Maybe the Patriots sort of painted him as a villain, which is probably more likely the case, but we'll never know now, because in the last Metal Gear game we've been played as an imposter. And another problem with this ending is it sort of dulls the character and also the game as a whole. Because we're not playing as Big Boss and we're not getting up to these crazy adventures, and it feels like a bit of a sub-story, the game's just not as memorable or as crazy, like I said before. The character feels a lot dull, we can tell by the lack of lines, but when Kiefer Sutherland's playing the real Big Boss, he's surprisingly chatty. So obviously the main Big Boss character was told to be a lot more of a memorable and interesting character with some personality, and we're playing as the more dull character. And this sort of makes the game feel a lot duller as well, which we can tell by the lack of bosses and missions. It really felt like it's a side story, and I think that's the main problem with this plot and this ending, is although it has its positives, it essentially makes it not feel like a Metal Gear game and more as a sort of a side story, which, being the last Metal Gear game, I don't think anyone wanted. But hey, it's still a great game. I still love it, just the ending is not great. It's not terrible, but not great. And the game's plot as a whole could use some work. But I really love the gameplay, it's a fantastic game. Let me know your thoughts on the ending in the comments. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you in the middle like me? And I'll see you around, guys. Bye!